honest here, the entire aspect that Yana and Tootie do not know about Bonri's amnesia completely slipped my mind. It really did. It actually really shocked me to find out at the ending part of this episode that they did not know he had amnesia or anything like that. They kind of knew he had a little bit of an accident, but they did not know exactly what happened or transpired. So that is really cool, actually. That brings an entire new aspect of what could go down with the plot. Now, let's talk about Yana. Yana's character recently, I want to be straight out flat honest with all of you. I'm not liking his actual character progression. I'm not. Honestly, I mean, we have him at the beginning. He seems to be the type of, comedy guy that, was just being gunned for by Coco. But recently we saw how he took the freaking rejection of Chinami. We saw how he took that. He decided to change his hairstyle, change his entire aspect and look. And then now he's gunning for Linda. And the way we can see the way the course is going with that, he's most likely going to get rejected also. But seriously, Yana's character, he seems to be like, I guess, a very non-straightforward guy. He seems to be also very nosy. I mean, you can tell by the ending part of this episode that he's going to start, like, I'm guessing, looking into Bonri's life to see exactly if he had amnesia or had what kind of accident he had, whatever, what's his connection with Linda. So, I really don't like the way his character is actually developing into this episode. I really do not. But hopefully his character doesn't go for the worst and actually improves. But let's talk about Coco and Bonri, actually. Coco had a lot of good maturity in this episode. I mean, we clearly see how much development she has gotten over the course of this entire series just in this episode, because she seems to have been a lot more open, frank, and she's willing to let Bonri go to his hometown for a classroom reunion, which she never would have done in the beginning of the series. We all know how clingy she was to any boy, for instance, like Yana or, Bonri. She wouldn't have let him go, but she's actually letting Bonri go to freaking his class reunion without following him around. So that is really cool. I like the entire aspect of that, and I really love how Coco's really matured, especially with how she's trying to make Bonri find out more about his past. She's pretty much forcing him and helping him along the way of accepting his past, and that makes me really happy. In the first half of this episode, with the entire aspect of the festival club, I just got a lot of bell ringing alarms in my head about pretty much how Bonri's just trying to accept himself and his past self, and that is why he's going to a classroom reunion, to be able to understand more about his past before he can actually love Coco to the fullest extent. And I think that's really good. That's great character development, and it might handle the entire Ghost Bonri aspect. And speaking of Ghost Bonri, where the hell has he been? We haven't seen him in episodes. I'm not complaining. I'm really happy he's gone, but I'm still questioning where the hell has he been. All in all, I think this episode had a lot of good development, especially we got to see another cute moment between Chinami and Coco in the same room together. Coco does an epic line. She says, "Oh, I just came over to see your apartment if I can laugh at it." That's freaking mean, Coco. Come on. But you gotta love her Sunday ways, the way she just completely says the opposite and acts different. Just, she says that she doesn't want to spend the night with Chinami, but she goes around and sleeps in the same bed with her and spends the night with her. It's really adorable getting to see these two characters together. These they really freaking work, and I love their entire chemistry, because the way the music and the atmosphere feels around those scenes, it makes it just a really heart-touching scene, or heartwarming scene, because you get to see how they're clearly starting to become really great friends. And we know for a fact Coco also would have never been friends with Chinami if she hasn't matured as a character. So once again, another, a closer look of how mature Coco has gotten in this course of this entire series, which really makes me happy. We don't have the reversal of a relationship. We actually have a character going in the right direction, which makes me happy when I'm watching the series. And I think this is a good episode, a really good episode to probably set up some future drama, especially with Yana at the ending with wanting to be nosy, and Bonri and Linda going to the same freaking high school class reunion, which most likely we're going to get to see Linda confess to Bonri for the first time, and we'll find out true feelings about that. We'll probably have Ghost Bonri come back, along with, just a bunch of classroom people egging Bonri on to probably date Linda. So, I could see a lot of drama in the next couple episodes, depending on however the classroom reunion goes in. I mean, we're near the tipping point of pretty much of the series being over. I think the series is going to be about 24 or 25 episodes. So, since next episode is going to be the 18th episode, we're bound to have some form of drama very soon with Bonri and Linda, and finally settling the matter, whatever the relationship is going to end up as. So, hopefully, at the very least, they might, settle things instead of being completely just, I guess, forgotten about Linda, how, you know, Bonnery was a couple episodes back, how he says, I don't even want to talk to you, don't associate with you, but now he's starting to associate with her and accept her, which hopefully we get to see more stuff like this, because I want to see Bonnery actually be a really good friendship relationship with Linda, because I think, even though I like both sides characters like Coco and Linda, I still don't think it should be right for Linda to be done like she did by Bonnery episodes back, and so another good actual character development in this episode of Golden Time, because we get to see how Bonnery's starting to act. So, like this episode all around, was a good episode, good character developments, and I feel like I cannot wait for next episode, really. Everybody have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please stay safe. Chibi out.